Hi Sugar Plums, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kenny. If you're new here, welcome. And unfortunately, really sad making this video, so I'm sorry if this is like the first video you've ever watched of me, because I'm normally a really positive, upbeat person. And you may know the whole George Floyd incident is just so crazy. I'm so sad right now, and I'm just so sad because I know this is like the reality of America right now, and this is like the truth of America. Black people face so much discrimination, and we're being harmed for doing absolutely nothing most of the times. And I know me personally, it's affected me so much. Like, before this video gets started, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and turn on those post notifications on so you're notified every time I upload. To get into a more disheartening topic, it scares me, like, living in a society like this. Like, I'm genuinely scared, and I'm not just saying that. And you guys know I'm a pretty upbeat, positive person for the most part, but just lately I've just not been feeling safe, and I feel like a lot of it has to do with cops. I feel like I'm not the kind of person that's like sees cops and is like terrified. And I know a lot of black people like that. Like, they see cops and they're just scared just because they're seeing a cop. They don't know how that cop's gonna respond. They don't know what that cop's gonna do. You can be absolutely doing nothing, and cops still instill fear in black people. And I can say that because I have a bunch of black friends, and it's just like common, and I see it all the time. And it's really scary because you would assume, like, when you first think of cops, you would think protection or like safety, but I honestly think the opposite. I think that I'm probably gonna get in trouble for something even if I'm doing nothing. And I just think it's just so sad, and I literally could cry. I haven't even watched the video of George Floyd just because I'm so sad and I'm so triggered, and I get really into these things, and it's really hard for me to kind of like get past that, if that makes sense. So if I were to watch the video, I would be really sad, probably for weeks and weeks and weeks, and like it would really kind of put me in a depression, because I feel like obviously I'm a black person and these are daily struggles that I have to go with, and obviously I don't go through some things that other black people go through, but there's a shot I'd potentially go through more because I am a gay male. I just want the black community out there to support everyone, because there are a bunch of black trans women dying every year, a lot, and I just feel like the respect isn't reciprocated to them as much, and I feel like we are all in this together, and I really just want us as the whole to start supporting one another, because clearly the government isn't going to support us. Clearly we don't have the support, and then, I mean, that shows time and time again, and I feel like in order for us to overcome that, we just really have to support each other, and we need to make this a big deal. Like, social media can be a very negative place, but we can also use the power of social media to change things. And I feel like, I know I want my kids to grow up in a very safe environment, and I don't want them to go through that, because this is like, it's genuinely really scary, guys. And I don't think a lot of people understand it unless you're a person of color or someone that is just like a minority. It's just really hard for you to comprehend, and that's not to say you don't understand or anything, but it's different when you're the person that's going through it. It's different when you're the one whose skin color is black, and it's a really scary situation. And especially for me, I know, like, I don't like to just go to random clubs anymore, because I've had experiences where I've showed up at clubs and bars in a completely racist town, and I had no idea. One time my life was literally almost threatened, and it was a really scary moment for me. Went to a haunted house, and me and my friends wanted to go and get drinks after, and we went to this place, and it was called a Pagan Biker or whatever. It was like Pagan something. And guys, I literally, like, the judges there, like the cops and stuff, were telling us we need to go soon because the pagans are coming, and if we're here when they get here, stuff's gonna go down. So a cop and a judge were at the same bar that we were at of the town, and they were telling me and a bunch of my friends that we needed to leave because if we didn't leave, things were gonna go down. Last time I checked, like, it's a free country and I should be allowed to eat wherever I want to eat, and like, you being a judge A and you being a cop B, if you're telling me to leave somewhere for my safety, why don't you step up and do something about it? You should be making me feel safe and secure somewhere, and not telling me or threatening me to leave a place that I'm not welcomed at. So I've experienced so much racism over the past, and I'm one of those people, like, I grew up in a very diverse area. Like, I have black people in my neighborhood, Spanish people in my neighborhood, white people in my neighborhood. I've come from, like, from a very diverse area. So moving up to Pennsylvania, more, I guess, like, white area, I just didn't really think of it. And my parents always raised me to know, like, Kenny, at the end of the day, you're black and you need to watch out for yourself, and you need to pay attention to these things because you're not white, and, like, you're gonna have different experiences than your white friends. And I've gone to predominantly white schools, predominantly white colleges, so I've been around white people my entire life, and my parents warned me that I was always going to experience different things because I'm black, and I just never saw color as a thing because I was raised to, like, not be racist and, like, accept people for who they are. But because of that, I just totally didn't see color at all. And that's the scary part, because at the end of the day, I need to realize that I'm black and we go through things. And trust me, I realize now, and I'm scared. I don't feel safe ever. Also, I'm dating a white boy. I have a white boyfriend, and I don't like going out with him as much because I'm scared, like, what is someone gonna say? What, is someone gonna pick on us? And I have a very slick mouth. I'm not the one to get bullied. I'm not the one to get attacked. I'll definitely speak up. And I'm scared to speak up for my own safety these days. And I just feel like it's so sad that someone lost their life over just something so stupid. Like, I don't understand why it's so hard for people to just respect one another and just treat everyone equally. I really just don't understand why that's so hard. Like, to literally smash someone's neck over something so stupid is just so mind-boggling to me, and it really does hurt. Like, I'm getting obviously a little choked up right now, but it breaks my heart because my entire family's black, so it's like, these really hit home for me, especially. And you guys can check the statistics. I think it's like 1 in 1,000, 1 of every 1,000 black men die from cops. Whereas white men, it's 1 every like 100,000. So the statistics speak for themselves. And I genuinely think some cops become part of law enforcement to target black people. Like, I don't have much experiences with cops, but I know every experience I've had with cops have been pretty unpleasant, unless I'm really being, like, super sweet, where it's, like, really hard to, like, be nasty, if you know what I mean. But any of experience that I've had with the cops have been very scary, and I feel like it's just really scary. And, like, I can't do this video. And I feel like America as a whole needs to stand up and support black people, because Black Lives Matter. And I'm not just saying that just to say it. I really believe that. If you support black people, you should have no problem standing up. And I do feel like a lot of people only support black people when money's involved. Like, if a black person's earning the money, then they'll speak up. But other than that, if they don't have anything to benefit from, they could care less. And I think that's so shitty, and it's so hurtful. And America as a whole just needs to do a lot better. The systematic racism is crazy, guys. It is so crazy. And I'm just saying that because I've experienced it myself. And I know I haven't experienced it to the craziest degree, but I have siblings that I know have experienced it. I have 2 brothers. I know my dad has definitely experienced it. And I'm at a loss of words, and it really breaks my heart that I'm still making a video like this in 2020. But obviously, you guys know I want to use my platform for good, and I want to spread a positive message to you guys. And I just really think that we all just need to support one another, and if anything's gonna change in the world, it has to start with us. And even just one tweet or one whatever, like, can make a difference. And that's all I want to do in this world, is really make a difference. I just don't think it's fair if I'm the only one progressing and, like, other people like me aren't. I really just am about the bigger picture, because, like I said, I want to raise a family in a very safe environment, because I do plan on having kids probably in the next 5 or 6 years, and I'm hoping that things change a lot by then, because America's crazy and this is just uncalled for. I think cops need to be punished, and I don't want to say every single cop. Obviously, I know that's not true. I have met nice cops. My neighbor growing up was a cop. He was also a black officer, but I do have hope. I'm just tired of seeing it happen so stupidly. Like, it happened so stupidly, and All I know is if a black cop did that to a white officer, or if a black cop did that to a white person, they'd be facing life in prison. And that's just the tea. Like, that is just the society we live in. We live in a very racist, systematic place, and it's really scary. Like, truthfully, I kind of want to leave the US. I feel like there's so many other places that are more open, and I've been really contemplating leaving the US. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I just oftentimes feel like there's not a place for me in the world, and it really is scary to think that I have to work twice as hard to get somewhere, or if I have to work extra hard to do something. But at the end of the day, it's just been motivating me, and it's just applying pressure to me. And honestly, I'm one of those people that performs better during pressure. So even though I have to work twice as hard to achieve anything in life, at least I'm motivated to do so. But yeah, I know you guys support me so much, and I literally don't take any of you for granted. You allow me to have a platform to speak up about things like this, and it means the absolute world to me. If you're not black, you can't tell me how I should feel and like how I should respond to things. It's a shame that I even have to say this, but I do experience some racism on my channel here and there. But at the end of the day, if I want to talk about this, I'm allowed to talk about this. And I just want you guys to know that I love the skin that I am. I would not change my race ever. I think black is beautiful, brown is beautiful, and I think all colors are beautiful. And that's a lot of what I've been just doing. I just want the world as a whole to realize that beauty comes in all shapes and sizes, and that's a lot of what my passion is in life now. I'm sure you guys have noticed that, but I just want all across the board just a lot more acceptance. I'm tired of seeing like my black brothers and sisters being shot, killed, stabbed, strangled. Like, I'm just so tired of it. It gets draining, it's exhausting, and you just kind of feel like, where's the hope? You know what I mean? And I think Kalani has been doing a good job of speaking up about it, and at the end of the day, you don't have to be black to speak up about this, because at the end of the day, we should all be allies and we should all be helping one another. And yeah, I love you, Sugar Plums, so much, and I'm so sorry to be making this video, but you know, I'm all about spreading awareness and positive vibes. Leave a comment down below about what you think about the entire thing, because I'm totally stunned, and I don't want to make this video too long just because I get really emotional talking about things. You guys know how I am. I could be a little, I don't want to say dramatic because that's the wrong term, but I could be very sensitive. I'm very, very sensitive when it comes to topics like this. And before I cry, I don't want to continue this video, but I love you boo so much, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!